The Roxborough High School shooting, a road rage incident in South Philly, and the U.S. Mint trailer dime heist. They all have something in common: vehicles with temporary paper tags.
Yeah, investigative reporter Claudia Vargas is digging deeper into the rising problem nationwide and how these tags are making it harder for police to catch criminals. Claudia.
Geneva Hunter is preparing a feast for what would have been her son, Aaron Ravenel's 42nd birthday.
We're going to have a big celebration for him.
Aaron was killed on November 21st, 2021 at the corner of 8th and Lindley. His murder remains unsolved.
When they killed my son, they walked away.
Two suspects are seen on surveillance video released by Philly police. They drive off in a gray Ford Fusion. One unique feature, the car had a paper license plate. Police say they're seeing a trend in criminally involved cars having paper tags.
In the last 2 years, there's been a major increase in the use of paper tags.
Philly police doesn't keep track of the number of paper plates being used in crimes. But the NBC 10 investigators went to homicide scenes, went through police surveillance videos and court documents. We found several shootings and unsolved homicides had getaway cars with paper tags. For example, the shooters in the Roxborough High School murder of Nicholas Elizalde took off in a car with a Delaware paper tag. Some of the same suspects are charged in the murder of Tamir Jones, which took place the day before on 13th Street. And police believe the vehicle used in that incident was used in the shooting of a 20-year-old that also injured an 8-year-old girl. PPD says it too had a paper tag. Just weeks ago, an internal police document obtained by the NBC 10 investigators notes the vehicle used in a heist of $750,000 in dimes had a paper tag. The Philly Police Department's YouTube page highlights crimes on video. Some of them show suspects driving cars with paper license plates.
They don't want their car identified. So they have a tag on there that makes it less noticeable, but it's fraudulent. It won't come back to that person.
Philadelphia Captain Sean Thrush says the paper tags issue is not just a Philly thing.
It's all up and down the East Coast, I would say across the country.
Texas paper plates have been linked to crimes across the U.S. Dealerships in Texas were caught selling fraudulent plates. But when Thrush takes us through the auto squad lot where vehicles used in crimes are brought in for processing, one state keeps coming up.
This is a Delaware paper tag here. You can see it's not even filled in. It's just paper. It's literally a paper tag. That's a homicide. This is another Delaware tag.
Thrush says tags, particularly when fake, make it harder for police to find the bad guys.
It adds another layer of investigation.
Sometimes paper tags may be legitimately issued but are stolen or fraudulently used by placing them on different cars. Then there's instances where the tags are fake. We took pictures of several Delaware paper plates we spotted on area streets to Karen Carson. She's the head of compliance and investigations at the Delaware Division of Motor Vehicles.
This is a counterfeit plate. And this is a counterfeit plate. This is a counterfeit tag.
Some of the tags we showed her were missing information or manually filled in. She says real temp tags are fully printed by the car dealer or DMV.
They're not issued blank, and they're not issued without the information on it.
As for where or how people are getting counterfeit Delaware tags, she says that's not the Delaware DMV's responsibility.
We just don't have the authority there, so that would be up to law enforcement to investigate.
But she says it makes sense why we're seeing Delaware tags in our area.
You're most likely to see counterfeit Delaware temporary tags outside of Delaware, obviously, because the folks in Delaware would be able to recognize them more easily.
Police in PA or New Jersey may not be as quick to notice a fraudulent Delaware tag. In Pennsylvania, having a fraudulent tag can range from a summary offense to a misdemeanor crime. The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office can't give us an exact number for misdemeanor cases involving fraudulent tags, but a DA spokesperson says at least 10 have been charged since 2021. Aaron Ravenel's mom and stepdad say they want more to be done with fraudulent paper tags.
I think they should lock them up.
People who have fake tags?
Yeah, because how long you been driving with fake tags?
I know when you drive with fake tags, you can commit all kinds of stuff and get away with it.
If you drive in and around the Philadelphia area, there is a good chance your license plate has been photographed and stored by police.
Police tell the NBC 10 investigators that this is part of a public safety strategy to catch criminals. But investigative reporter Claudia Vargas found that Philadelphia police have little to show for the millions of tags they have scanned in recent years.
Carjackings and car thefts are up in Philly. And from the Roxborough High School shooting to a road rage incident to that $750,000 dime heist, police are seeing more and more cars with temporary paper license plates associated with crimes, and many of them are fraudulent tags.
You can see it's not even filled in. It's just paper. It's literally a paper tag.
Philadelphia Police Captain Sean Thrush says police are cracking down on crimes and tags.
We have license tag readers, and we also have cops out every day stopping cars.
Automatic license plate readers are devices that are mounted on police cars and take pictures of tags in the camera's view. The readers check for a number of things, including expired registration, if the car is reported stolen, or if it's part of an Amber Alert. The system alerts the officer if there are any matches. Regardless, police saves the tag picture and location information for at least 1 year.
That tag will be picked up on our cameras and tracked. So sometimes it does work to our advantage. We can say that this paper tag has been used in these 4 particular incidents.
Philly received 25 license plate readers in 2013 through a state grant.
This is one of the automatic license plate readers that police had initially said we could see in action during a ride-along, but that offer has since been declined.
So to see how they work, we took a ride with Quakertown police officer Ryan Hawk. Quakertown police has 4 of the same cameras as Philly.
Yes, in November. So, gray 2010 Kia. It's in the right lane, and we'll see if we can catch up with it now.
During our ride-along with Hawk, the ALPR system, as it's referred to, went off several times for expired license tags.
Sometimes you get people that are suspended or don't have a driver's license. They don't realize it's expired.
He pulled a woman over and issued her a citation.
She said that her husband usually takes care of the paperwork, and obviously they realized it yesterday that the registration's expired.
Hawk says the plate readers have also been useful for criminal investigations.
Look at that vehicle, look at all the hits, and say, all right, it's frequently visiting the downtown area between this time and this time, so we can set up units that around that area.
And about those fake paper tags, he says the system can't automatically read them.
Almost like a dead tag is what we call it. Obviously, it doesn't come back to anything.
But police can enter the tag's numbers and letters into the system to set an alert, even a counterfeit one.
Back in Philly, we think we found out why the department won't let us see its license plate readers in action.
We have one working in the city right now in the 3rd District.
Captain Edward Thompson oversees the PD's license plate reader program. Remember how we told you that they started off with 25? Well, records show that by 2021, they were down to 13. Today, there's just this one.
There was a lot of maintenance problems. A lot of the cars got condemned, and they were taken out of the vehicles.
He says that the regional task force that initially funded the readers stopped paying for repairs in 2020.
We were concerned with spending money on the old technology of the ALPRs or moving forward into the new technology.
The department's own internal reports show when the readers were working and police were using them, the results were not good.
They show the hours used, the number of tags that were read, but when it came to recoveries and arrests, plus the terror watch hit list, it was all zeros.
We looked through the last 2 years of data, and it's all the same, pages of zeros.
Was there anything else, like anything else that you're aware of where this is tracked other than those quarterly reports?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Deputy Commissioner Krista Dahl Campbell is tasked with reviewing the plate readers' quarterly reports.
How do you explain that out of 3 million reads, there wouldn't have been any arrest or recoveries?
I can't. I'd have to check into it more to see. You know, I would find it hard to believe that they didn't have any hits that would lead to the recovery of a vehicle.
We were able to get some more information. When the department's major crimes unit plate reader was working, that team kept its own stats. They show more than 200 vehicle recoveries in 2022 and 6 arrests. But a department spokesperson calls those unofficial numbers. In a statement, PPD says the problem isn't that the other readers didn't lead to arrests and car recoveries. It's just that the department didn't keep good records. The statement goes on to say, it's safe to say that the reporting mechanisms in place do not accurately capture what ALPRs can do.
Now, the police department, in partnership with the district attorney's office, plans to purchase 200 new license plate readers, and those readers should be on the streets by the 1st of the year.
When we spoke with Deputy Commissioner Dahl Campbell, she tells us that the PD will do a better job at keeping data with this next batch of cameras.
An NBC 10 investigation found Philly police have little to nothing to show when it comes to the use of its 25 automatic license plate readers.
These are cameras that take pictures of every car tag they see, checking for crimes and stolen vehicles. Now the department is getting more of them, a lot more. Investigative reporter Claudia Vargas is asking if there's a better plan this time around.
Tracy, well, for starters, let's hope they actually keep track of the effectiveness of these cameras. These reports here tell the story. Police scanned and saved information from 12 million license plates, 12 million. Yet it's all zeros for the number of tags recovered, the number of arrests. And now privacy advocates are asking, what will Philly police do with even more of our information? This is the last and only automatic license plate reader Philly police says still works. The department started off with 25 a decade ago. When more were working, the PPD's own documentation seems to show they were not effective. The last 2 years of reports shows zeros across the board for stolen autos and tags recovered, arrest, and terror watch hits.
Wow.
That was the reaction from Councilmember Curtis Jones Jr. after watching the NBC 10 investigators report on the city's automatic license plate reader program.
When I see that report, when I see those statistics, I say, how many missed opportunities did we have to prevent crimes? Not only apprehend criminals, but to prevent them before they ever happened.
Jones heads City Council's Public Safety Committee. He is an advocate of police using technology to solve and reduce crimes.
We have a new opportunity this July to get 200 new readers.
The district attorney's gun violence task force received a $20 million grant for various technology upgrades. Part of the money will go towards outfitting PPD cars with 100 new mobile license plate readers and adding 100 fixed license plate readers throughout city streets.
Retrospectively, knowing what happened with the first 25, we can pay closer attention.
He went on to say that council will be asking the administration for updates on the new cameras. Those are expected to be rolled out in January.
Thanks to your reporting, we guarantee you we will ask the question.
Because Philly PD did not track the outcomes of the license plate reader alerts, it's hard to gauge their effectiveness. Philly PD says the previous reporting mechanism did not accurately reflect what ALPRs can do. The department previously told us in a statement that the new ALPR system will allow for better record management of data captured. While legislators are concerned about getting data that shows whether license plate readers work to reduce crime, some civil liberties lawyers are worried about just how the government is using that license plate information.
It shouldn't be controlled by the police. It should be controlled by an ordinance passed by City Council that requires them to come to City Council and answer for the statistics that are gathered.
Paul Hetznecker is a criminal defense and civil liberties lawyer. He also teaches a course on surveillance at Arcadia University.
This technology is a way in which they can track the movement of people through neighborhoods, through their communities, and essentially use that information to gather intelligence and then track people. And that's a grave concern.
Every license plate that is scanned by a reader is saved by Philly police for at least 1 year. According to PPD policy, that information goes into a server that's accessible to various law enforcement agencies. The department says it is aware of the privacy concerns. It sent us a statement reading in part, "We acknowledge the importance of addressing these concerns and are committed to providing clarity and transparency on the matter."
This is listed in gun court.
Bill Fritzie is the chief of the DA's gun violence task force, made up of staff from the DA's office and police. He showed us how a detective was able to solve an old shooting with an unknown getaway car and driver using saved license plate reader data.
In this instance, he had an idea of who the defendant might be. So he went through and found a vehicle that was registered to him and did the license plate reader, and then lo and behold, it matched.
It was Fritzie's team that asked the state for money to get 200 new license plate readers.
It's not necessarily going to solve a case for us, but it builds that corroboration around a witness or a victim.
He says he understands the concern around civil liberties, but believes that more pictures are better for everyone.
We're helping a community make sure that everything is going the way that it should be going, and whether that's solving crime or making sure that the police are acting correctly.
Fritzie wants to be able to flood the area of a shooting with license plate readers.
And that should help to essentially geofence that area.
Does that sound like a prison to you? It does to me.
As to Hetzneker's idea that City Council have oversight, Jones tells us he doesn't want to have control of the plate reader program. He believes that should be the job of the police commissioner and the mayor.